Welcome to the deep dive. Trying to make your e-commerce business stand out on social media, it can feel, well, pretty overwhelming.
It really can. So much noise out there.
Exactly. But today, we've basically distilled a whole lot of research down to the core strategies that actually work. We're talking about getting attention, building that loyalty, and yeah, making sales.
We're focusing on the essential do's and, just as importantly, the crucial don'ts.
Right. We want to cut through the clutter for you, help you succeed without feeling like you need to chase every single trend.
Hmm.
And hey, quick mention, if you're looking for ways to maybe boost your social media presence, especially early on, you might find some resources over at rapidboost.net.
Worth a look.
So our mission today, equip you with solid, actionable strategies from the sources we looked at so you can really nail your e-commerce promotion on social. Okay, let's get into it.
Sounds good. And it's interesting, isn't it? Social media gives you this huge potential audience,
Mhm.
but one source really highlighted how organic reach is getting tougher.
Yeah, I can't just post and pray anymore.
No, you need a real strategy.
Mhm.
The absolute first thing that came up again and again, building a consistent, authentic brand voice.
Yes. It's so much more than just your logo, right? It's the actual personality that shines through.
In every post, every comment, every DM.
Like, think about Glossier. Their whole vibe feels like you're chatting with a cool, knowledgeable friend.
Totally. Or ASOS. They manage that trendy and relatable thing really well.
And Patagonia. Their eco-conscious message isn't just, marketing fluff. It's deep in their DNA, and that builds incredible loyalty. People share their stuff because they believe in it.
And that consistency, as the research shows, it builds recognition, sure, but maybe more importantly, it builds trust.
Uh-huh.
One really practical tip we found was actually creating detailed style guides, not just for visuals, but for tone, for the words you use, even like which emojis fit your brand.
Keeps everyone on the same page.
Exactly. And it aligns with your customer values. That Glossier point about using their "you look good" slogan in actual customer chats, that's genius. It reinforces the brand constantly.
Makes it feel real. Okay, so you've nailed the voice. What's next? Content, obviously. But it's not just about blasting the same message everywhere, is it?
Oh, definitely not. One study showed brands that tailor content see way higher engagement. It just makes sense, you know?
Right, different platforms, different expectations.
Exactly. Instagram stories,
Mm-hmm.
perfect for that raw, behind-the-scenes look, user-generated content too. It really humanizes things.
Make you seem less like a faceless company.
Mm-hmm. Then you've got Pinterest. Think SEO, visual guides, lookbooks. You're catching people who are often closer to actually buying something.
People go there for inspiration, for planning purchases.
Right, and then shoppable posts and stories on Facebook and Instagram. They just shorten that path from, ooh, I like that, to, okay, I bought it.
Streamlining it. I was thinking about Wayfair on Pinterest when you said that. They do those shop the look room setups.
Yes, great example. They're not just selling a sofa, they're selling the whole room,
Yeah.
the lifestyle.
Yeah.
They get how people use Pinterest.
Adding value beyond just the item. Okay, so voice. Tailored content. What's the third big to-do?
Engagement. Active engagement. Social media isn't a megaphone, it's a conversation. All our sources hammered this home.
Yeah, you can't just broadcast. You got to be in it. Liking, commenting, replying to DMs.
Responding quickly, dealing with feedback, even the tough stuff, sparking chats about your products.
It's about building actual relationships, isn't it? Not just follower counts.
Totally. Glossier, again, they build community through Q&As, asking questions, featuring their customers. It works.
And there was that Sprout social stat, right? High engagement boosts customer retention.
Yeah, by an average of 20%. That's significant business impact right there. It's nurturing who you already have.
Okay, so those are the foundations, the do's. Let's flip it. What about the things that can seriously sabotage your efforts? The don'ts. And the first one. Oh man, we've all seen it. The constant hard sell.
Ugh, yes. People are smart. They see right through overly aggressive buy now spam.
It just makes you want to unfollow, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Flooding feeds with sales pitches.
Yep.
It tanks your credibility and your engagement. There was a study, I think from 2023, showing brands with over half their posts being direct sales saw engagement drop by like up to 38%.
Wow. So less shouting, more storytelling, nurturing curiosity.
Exactly. Provide value, entertain, inspire. Don't just push.
Okay, don't be spammy. What's the next big don't?
Ignoring conversations, especially the negative ones.
Ooh, yeah. It's tempting to just delete a bad comment or ignore a complaint, right? But the research says that's a huge mistake.
Massive. It's not just bad service, it's a missed chance to show you actually care and maybe even win someone over.
I read somewhere that handling a complaint well can turn someone from a critic into an advocate.
Absolutely. That Bain Company stat. Responding can boost advocacy by up to 25%. That's huge.
So silence is not golden here.
Silence can look like you're indifferent, or worse, that you can't handle criticism. Really damaging.
Okay, makes sense. And the final don't you flagged.
Yeah.
Spreading yourself too thin.
Yes. The temptation to be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, X, LinkedIn, everywhere.
Trying to cover all the bases.
But it usually means your efforts get diluted. You end up doing a mediocre job everywhere instead of a great job somewhere specific.
It's better focus, isn't it? Figure out where your audience actually is and invest there.
Precisely.
Yeah.
We saw a case study, small accessories brand. They ditched other platforms, focused hard on just Instagram and Pinterest. Conversions doubled, ad spend went down. It proves the point. Focus works.
Quality over quantity, for sure. Okay, so let's talk more about the actual content. How do you strike that balance between showing products and offering something more?
Yeah, the key do here is creating value-driven content. Think beyond just your product catalog.
Be useful, right, or inspiring, or entertaining.
All of the above. Share customer stories, maybe some how-to advice related to your niche, tips, anything that adds value to their lives, even if they don't buy something today.
Because they'll keep coming back if you're a good resource.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at Lush, those videos they do about where their ingredients come from, their ethical stuff.
Yeah, that builds so much trust. And people share that kind of content.
It really resonates. And speaking of sharing, user-generated content, UGC.
Ah, the holy grail. Every source mentioned this, didn't they?
Pretty much unanimous. It's just so authentic. Seeing real people using and loving your products, that's powerful social proof.
Way more convincing than a slick ad sometimes. And it builds community, too.
Definitely. So you need to encourage it. Ask people to tag you, use a specific hashtag.
And then actually showcase it, right? Don't just let it sit there.
Absolutely.
No.
Feature it in your stories, on your feed. One source even suggested offering like monthly rewards for the best customer photo or video. Great incentive.
Smart. Okay, so we're creating great, valuable content, encouraging UGC. But how do we know if it's actually working? Which leads to a don't.
Don't overlook your analytics. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Data, data, data. You can't just guess.
No way. You got to track engagement, reach, clicks, and critically conversions. What's actually driving sales?
And use that data to tweak things.
Constantly. A/B testing is your friend here. Test different headlines, visuals, calls to action, post times, see what moves the needle. Optimize, optimize, optimize.
Right. Okay, so that's the organic side largely covered. What about paid ads? How do they fit in effectively?
Well, the big do is layering them in strategically. Organic reach alone is often limiting these days.
It's harder to get seen without paying sometimes.
It really is. So use paid ads smartly. Amplify your best organic posts, the ones already getting traction. Use retargeting to reach people who visited your site but didn't buy.
Bring them back into the fold.
Exactly. And lookalike audiences finding new people who resemble your existing customers. It's about targeted amplification, not just blasting ads randomly.
And that tip about starting small, boosting content that's already doing well organically, that feels less risky.
Yeah, it's a smart way to test the waters and get more mileage out of content. Resonates.
Okay, so strategically use paid ads. What's a key don't in the paid or partnership space?
Don't ignore influencers, but maybe think beyond the huge celebrities.
Micro-influencers, nano-influencers.
Exactly. Our sources really highlighted them. They often have smaller but highly engaged niche audiences. The recommendations can feel more authentic.
And probably more affordable, too.
Often, yes. It's about genuine collaboration, maybe gifting products, running a joint giveaway, co-creating some content. It needs to feel real.
Not just a forced hashtag ad post. There was that stat about ROI, too, right?
Yeah, Influencer Marketing Hub found businesses average something like $5.20 in earned media value for every $1 spent. When done right, it really pays off.
Okay, good to know. Let's shift to the day-to-day management, interacting with people. What's a core do there?
Do respond proactively and personally to everything. Every comment, every DM, every tag.
Treat every interaction as a chance to build that relationship.
Exactly. Use a bit of humor if it fits your brand. Show gratitude. Be transparent. Don't sound like a robot.
Although some automation for simple FAQs is okay.
Yeah, for basic stuff, it saves time. But anything complex, sensitive, or negative needs that personal touch.
Like that Warby Parker example, turning customer service questions into funny videos. Genius.
Totally turns it into marketing. Now, a big don't here. Don't just copy your competitors.
Ah, yes. See what the big guys are doing and just Mimic it.
It's tempting, but ineffective. You need to find your unique edge. What makes you different? Your ethical sourcing, cool product innovation, amazing customer service.
Focus on that.
Yes. Shout about what makes you special. Pangaya, with their focus on sustainable materials, science, that's their differentiator, and they lean into it hard.
Stand up by being yourself. Okay, and one last key dash for management.
Optimize every link, every touch point. Make it easy for people to buy.
Reduce the friction.
Exactly. That link in your Instagram bio, make sure it goes somewhere useful, like a specific campaign page, not just your homepage. Set up those Facebook and Instagram shops. Use buyable pins on Pinterest.
Let people buy right there on the platform if possible.
Definitely. One report said, 65% of shoppers are more likely to buy if they can do it directly from a social post.
Wow, that's a huge number. Remove those extra clicks.
Every click you remove increases the chance of a sale.
Okay, wow. We have covered a ton of ground. Let's try and boil this down. What are the immediate, actionable takeaways for someone listening right now?
First step, audit. Take a hard look at your current social media. Which platforms actually work for you? Is your voice consistent? How quick are you to respond? Be honest.
Okay, audit done. Then,
Get your content calendar aligned with your goals. Plan out a mix of posts, sales, value, engagement, and tailor them for each platform you decide to focus on.
and that focus part is key, right? Maybe trim the number of platforms.
Absolutely. Evaluate where you're getting the best results and consider ditching the ones that aren't performing. Quality interaction beats being everywhere poorly.
Makes sense. And analytics.
Get them set up properly
Right.
and make reviewing them a regular habit.
Mhm.
Weekly, maybe. Let the data guide you. Don't fly blind.
Right. And experiment a little.
Yes. Dip your toe in. Try a small paid ad campaign on your best platform. Reach out to one relevant micro-influencer. See what happens. Track it. Learn.
And finally, ask your audience.
Yeah, foster that feedback loop.
Yeah.
Use polls, ask questions in stories, encourage comments. What do they want to see? Their input is gold.
So the big picture is, it's not about magic tricks.
Not at all. It's about being authentic, using data smartly, and genuinely engaging with people, building a real brand.
These do's and don'ts are basically the building blocks for creating trust and loyalty, not just chasing quick sales.
Exactly. It's a long game, but it pays off.
So we really hope you take these points, look at your own strategies, and start implementing them. Focus on those connections.
Definitely.
And just to leave you with something to chew on, thinking about how personalized everything is getting online, what's one maybe unexpected way you think customer data could be used ethically, of course, to make social media even more impactful for e-commerce in the next few years. Something to ponder. Thanks for diving deep with us today.